Hi everyone, Rebecca here. So it has been a month since I started using the Hobonichi planner full-time for my planning purposes. It's also been a month since I moved in. Well, actually it hasn't been a month since I moved into the Appunto by Gillio. It is the A6 size cover that they make. They also have an A5 size. I bought this one secondhand from another Gillio Facebook member, and I've been in it ever since I got it. I love this planner. Like I said, the only thing I think I would love more if it was in the gold. I love the Gillio gold leather. Just the tan, the traditional tan color. But that's the only thing that I wish it had was the gold color. But I love, 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 love my Appunto. So I thought I would kind of give you a walkthrough of what's in it and what I'm doing with it. So let's have at it. So on the left-hand side, some stamps. This is a little pocket notebook. It's called Grid Notebook. I got it from Jet Pens. It's credit card size. It can fit into one of the card slots here, but it's slightly a little bit thicker, so I just keep it on the side, and it's just so I can jot down notes as I take them for random bits. Nothing that I need to like forever hold on to. Over on the left-hand pockets, I've got all the different Hobonichi stencils at the top, along with a stencil I got. I think I got this off of Amazon, not Etsy. And I don't remember where this came from, but I've been holding on to it forever, and I just use it for straight edge or square, a very large square, which I'm sure I could use the others for. And then this little plastic cover thing is from the Hobonichi site. It's a sticker saver. It's meant for you to put stickers on it so that you can use stickers throughout your day without having to take everything with you. And then this sticker is from Daytimer. I have a couple of them on here. It's my shopping list, and I just keep a running tally until I'm done with the paper, and then I take it off and use the one below it. The next page is the year at a glance for 2016 and 2017, and I'm using the Hobonichi dots that are transparent just to mark off the months we've already passed, so my eye is directed to the current one. I don't like to cover the days up because I don't want to have to try to figure out what day was underneath that sticker, so I like the transparent dots for that. The next section is a month at a glance in the vertical format, and I know a lot of people use these more for tracking a variety of things because you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes across that you could track a variety of things. However, I only track one thing in here, and that's my vacation, my husband's days off on every other Fridays, sick days, etc., and branch holidays. So branch holidays are in the orange. My husband's days off on every other Friday are yellow, and the purples were my vacation days. And at the top, I put how many hours I started with at the beginning of the year minus the hours I took for that month, giving me my remaining balance at the end of that month, and then I carry it forward and do the same thing each month. And then on this one, I just have a sticky because I've requested some vacation days on some future months, but I don't want to subtract them because they're not in the current month that I'm on until I get to that month. So I wanted to know how many hours I had remaining. So I still have 2 more weeks of vacation that I need to take sometime between now and the end of the year. So it's just a great way of keeping a tally on it. I did not get this particular version. This is the English version. I had previously the Avec January to June style, and I was using that from May 8th on. Until someone, I was looking for the English version, someone offered me theirs, so I started using theirs in June because it starts in that month. Excuse me, it starts in December and ends in January of next year. So it had the whole year in the book. So I decided rather than keep them separate in the 2-book series, I would try the English version. I tick off the days as we pass them. The only thing I really track on here is bills. I highlight them when they're paid. I also have birthdays in here indicated in blue. I have holidays in green, reminders in orange, things about my family, stuff like that. Next month, I've started already putting stuff. And then we'll flip over to January. So I started using it on what? May 31st. And then I use the front of the month as a kind of like a master task list to keep track of and to refer back to make sure I take care of it and incorporate it within the month. So I tick off the items that I'm done with, and the business tasks are at the top, and the personal or household tasks are at the bottom. I have a Ollie clip to hold it so that I can easily flip between the current day and my master task list. I also have tabs at the top. I was using this little tab to refer to it, but when I pulled it, it would pull it and open it to the 30th. And I guess I could have just taken this and put it on the, why is it sticking so hard? Put it on here instead, but at the time I was using it. So anyway, at the top I did use the recollection tabs and created tabs at the top. I don't think I'll do that for next year. I think that if anything, they probably get in the way a little bit with the strings up here. So something to keep in mind if you were thinking of doing it. Okay, so let's look at a couple of days. The stickers are generally functional only stickers, like, tick boxes, reminders, things like that. I really don't use them to decorate, except in this case. There was a challenge going on. So anyway, but I use it for work. So my work schedule usually is on the left, such as timed events and things like that. And then my to-dos are typically on the right-hand side. So this is just kind of a look. This was yesterday. I'm very, very busy. So today, this is today. And it too was kind of busy, but not as bad as yesterday. And then it gets quieter and quieter because I build up things as I'm going to, meaning I move things over if they didn't get accomplished today. All of these things have been accomplished, but there were a couple of things that didn't yesterday. So this one was pushed to today and I finished it. This one should be pushed, but I'm going to put it on for tomorrow. And typically what I would normally do is I would take a highlighter pen, and in this case I'm going to use this one. This is just, I think I got this at Michael's. It's just a brush pen rather than a highlighter, or like a friction highlighter. This one is permanent, so I would just highlight this to make it stand out that this item did not get completed. I'm not highlighting this one because I did actually complete it today. So, but I need to, when I do my look back for the week, I need to look to see if there's any stragglers that didn't get finished. And that's how I take a look at those items. At the back of the book, let me go to July real quick. So at the front of July, I put a master task list again, and then pretty much the rest of the book is not filled out. I did fill out like 4th of July, but that's about it. Then at the back of the book, there's about 17 pages of blank note pages. So I made it kind of like important details area. And I created an index for page 1, and then so I have a couple of items. I've got a reading list, a bill tracker, a weight loss chart, a savings challenge that I created. I don't have anything on page 6 yet, but I think I'm going to combine page 6 and 7 to keep all my YouTube ideas together. Favorite Bible verses, the best thing is in life, and I'll explain in a minute. And then the remaining 12 to 17 plus 17 to about 30 are pages that were included from the Hobonichi company, and I want to include those in the index, and I've numbered everything. So on the left hand side is the reading list. I took it from an idea of a sheet that I purchased online for my A6 size planner, and just hand wrote it in that style so I can give ratings and things like that. I have my bill tracker, a weight loss tracker. These are things I bought off of Etsy, and I haven't filled this one in, although it is filled in on my A6 planner. I just didn't want to fill it in for the purpose of this video yet. This is a savings challenge that I drafted to make it easier for savings based on how I get my income. And then, oh, I did decide on something else. So I put planner hacks. Things that I find on YouTube or Facebook, or, you know, people that have posted ideas that I thought would be potentially useful or increase my productivity. I want to jot them down here. YouTube ideas, favorite Bible verses. I have many more, but I just started filling that out. This is the best things in life section, and I want to keep adding to this list. There's always more things to enjoy. And so that leaves 12 through 17 blank, where I can add to it. And then 18 through 30 are pages that were provided by the Hobonichi company. They are really useful information, and I would likely forget that they're back here, so that's why I wanted to add it to the index, such as the ruler being back here. The holidays for all the different countries are listed back here, as well as personal information. So here's the national holidays for all the different countries for each month, so that's wonderful. The last page is my personal info page, so I'm not going to show that, but typically I have this little paper clip, not back here, but on my daily page. I typically have the paper clip attached to this little kind of like writing board that I created by making this little weekly or daily chart thing to track my chores in, and I laminated it, stuck a little leather tab on it. The leather tabs come from Etsy. They, here's an example of one. Here's another color. They've got blue. I mean, they come in a variety of colors, and I really like them, especially because they're small, like the Hobonichi, so they don't kind of like take up too much space, unlike the big tabs from Girl of All Work. Anyway, so I usually keep this clipped onto whatever side I'm not using. So I'm on this day, and I have this here to remind myself to check off the things I need to take care of every day. And then I still keep this here. I'm thinking about leaving this at home and not keeping it clipped in the book, but right now it kind of keeps me focused, and I like having it in front of me. So Then in the very back, I have a sticker for online orders. I need to update this because I also made some other purchases, and I haven't added to that because I'm not used to tracking online orders. And then I have a bunch of coupons back here because I happen to be going to that store this week. And then in this pocket I have some tabs from Post-it Note. I have the sticky corner tape from Hobonichi for photos because I do use the Pogo printer. The pen I most often use is the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. This is in the size small, or I believe the packaging said 0.3 millimeter tip. The other thing that I use frequently is this stencil that I bought off of Etsy. It has so many stencils. These squares are the perfect size for the Hobonichi squares. There's everything from meals to shopping, ideas, going somewhere, photos, reading, credit cards, all the different like shapes, and you know, there's even a dog and a cat silhouette, weather. Here's those ratings, but I use the ones that are on the Hobonichi little tiny one, but even these are on the Hobonichi one that are a little bit smaller. So, but I use this very frequently, especially for these, and the weather icons. I like them better on this one. And I keep that in the back pocket back here. I do have some other stencils that I purchased. However, these I bought from an Etsy shop. I can't remember the name of the Etsy shop off the top of my head, but I do find them way too flimsy, and so therefore they move if I'm trying to do my outline, and 9 times out of 10 I end up messing up, and especially if I'm using a permanent ink pen, that really grates on my nerves when it moves. Now, some other pens that I do use in the book that I like a lot in my Hobonichi is this is the Gillio. This is a matte blue pen. I did change the ink to a gel pen by Parker, and it really writes very well with the gel ink. The Bic Intensity Fine pens, which you can find at Walmart, are really great. This happens to be a red pen, but I also like the pink one. I believe they come in a variety of colors, so I also have orange, dark blue, light blue, and green. However, I don't like the color of the orange, and it also comes with purple. That might be a better option for me than the blue that they have, because I don't know, it just doesn't seem. I'm more of like a blue-black color person, so I use the red for my bills, and I use pink just when I am feeling girly, I suppose. The red Vis-a-Vis pen is by Expo. It's a wet erase marker, and I use those specifically to tick off my check boxes here, because with an alcohol swab that I get at Walmart, like these what do you call them, they're like in the medical section, they're just these little alcohol swabs, and you can just wipe off your tick marks. They won't come off or rub off like a dry erase marker would, and I just throw these away, and they're very cheap. It's like $1 for a box, and so the next week I can use this same board over and over again without having to rewrite it. So, and then the last thing I use quite frequently are these brilliant brush pens that I mentioned before, and those too come in a variety of colors. I use them for drawing too, so they come in red, purple, green, blue, pink, and the yellow. They're great because they are brilliant in color. They stand out quite a bit, and I think they were pretty inexpensive. But they're called Brilliant Brush. Like I said, I don't recall if I bought these at Michael's or not, but my hunch is saying that I bought them at Michael's. So you can give it a try. Either that or Google them. Maybe they'll come up. I love these pens because they're great for highlighting. They don't bleed through the paper. Like today I used this one to indicate the attendance of a call that I was on. Hence, I will be marking this box, record attendance soon. Anyway, but I use it a lot for those kind of things. And I do use the other colors as well, just so it pops out of the page. In the back pocket, like I mentioned, is where I keep those stencils, but I also typically keep coupons that I'm not going to use right away. I keep color samples of paint that I have in my house, so that if I ever need to buy another gallon, I have it. But I'll probably likely just transfer this information onto the little notepad so I can take it with me that way, so I don't have to carry the paint chips with me. And then I think that's it. So the Ollie clip I use just to attach to the current day and month, and that's pretty much how I'm using my Hobonichi. I don't think I mentioned it enough, but I absolutely love my Hobonichi Appunto. And then the Gillio pen case is in the Apaca Gold. This is in the Apaca Brown, dark brown. So I hope you enjoyed a little walkthrough of my Hobonichi, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. Thanks, and have a wonderful day, guys.